Bloom. When it is time to bloom, open your heart to change and growth. Bloom is probably one of my favorite cards in this deck because bloom comes after plant. Planting is hard work, discipline, putting down the seeds of what you want. Bloom and blooming is like a time for rapid change and growth, and it's very exciting, and there's a lot of energy that bursts forth. You really, what you wanted to manifest or experience really begins to take form and get noticed. And so there's a lot of attention around blooming, and recognition that what is happening within you and what you have created is great and shines brightly upon the planet and brings joy to the hearts, or whatever it is. It has that kind of energy to it that's very bright and open and giving and receiving. It's a nice balance of both giving and receiving. So if you've received this card, it's telling you it's time to bloom. And some people are shut down to blooming. You know, it's too scary because it requires growth. It requires you to grow out of the closed flower stage, which is you're still a flower and it feels nice, but you're not having to open up and risk, whatever is out there. And so it requires you to grow in that sense. And it requires you to change. Changing form into a bud from a flower is a dramatic process. But if you can embrace it and trust that you have a right to bloom, a flower gets to decide when it blooms and for how long it's going to bloom and how wide it's going to bloom. It is within the flower to determine that. I can't control that in a flower, but the flower, it's in it. And that's true for us, unless we let external circumstances affect our mind and belief system, which then affects internal circumstances that don't allow us to fully bloom. So be like the real flower and just tap into that instinctual nature, which is in all of us, to grow and to change and to, in fact, bloom.